I'm not a big fan of anime. Before you crucify me in the comments section, I said, I'm not a big fan. It doesn't mean I hate it. I enjoyed a handful of anime series when I was younger, back when I had the luxury of not worrying too much about responsibilities. I still open myself up to watching anime once in a while if I'm in the mood. But now there's an endless sea of anime shows and movies, and picking one feels like a gamble. You could end up finding your next favorite series or questioning your life choices. That's why I usually read as many reviews as I can before diving in. This is starting to sound like a promo for an anime streaming service. I promise it isn't, although I wouldn't mind being sponsored by one. Anyways, sometimes an anime sells itself instantly just because of how insane and ridiculous the character designs are. When a show leans that hard into the shock value, I just can't help but check it out. And that was the case for me with Chainsaw Man. The character designs are so wild that I had no choice but to suspend my disbelief while watching it. Luckily for me, the story was good and quite tragic. So naturally, when this character started showing up all over the internet, I was instantly intrigued. I didn't even know she was from the movie. Before I watched it, I had already started working on this project. It wasn't until I was having trouble sculpting the head that I decided to take a break and watch the movie. And I really enjoyed it. It was a bit of a downer, but good nonetheless. So here we are. I thought this would be a walk in the park from an engineering standpoint, but boy, was I wrong. It took me quite a while to figure out how to make the articulated apron work. The design is deceptively simple. A female body wearing shorts and an apron, topped with what is basically an American football for a head. But because the body has such a thin frame, I had to do a bunch of mental gymnastics to make everything fit together. I covered the design challenges of making female action figures in depth in my previous ZipGal video, if you're interested. The assembly for these Zip Guy figures has become fairly standard by now, at least for the newer releases. Most of the differences are character specific, whether it's to achieve color separation in certain areas or to add extra articulation where it's needed. By the way, this figure uses the new ZipGal body. It's 1/12 scale by default, but you can scale it up like I did here. I increased this one to 185%, which puts it close to 1/6 scale. I'll be releasing the ZipGal body later this year, so be sure to subscribe and follow so you don't miss it when it drops. This is the apron I mentioned earlier. I believe these are supposed to be explosive sticks. It would have been easier to model this as a single piece, like a wooden plank. But that wouldn't be very dynamic, so I segmented everything and used zip ties as the articulation points. But the real head scratcher was figuring out how to connect it to the torso while avoiding the joints inside and still keeping its own articulation. I'm not even going to attempt to explain how. You'll just have to take my word for it that I eventually figured it out. In case you're wondering, I'm using zip ties with 5mm wide heads and 200mm lengths, as well as 8mm wide heads and 300mm lengths. If you're printing at the default scale, you'll need zip ties with 3mm and 4mm wide heads, in lengths of around 100 to 150mm. Make sure you can source the correct zip tie sizes before attempting to print any of my models. If you're enjoying this so far, please do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and and share this with your groups. YouTube's algorithm is a little bonkers, and I could really use the extra boost. Thanks so much in advance. I just happen to have a spool of fishing line lying around, so I'm going to use it for the wicks on our arms. But feel free to use whatever you have on hand: string, pieces of filament, or even strands of hot glue, whatever works for you. Overall, much like the movie, I enjoyed the heck out of this project. It may not be the most detailed figure I've made, but it was certainly one of the most technically challenging builds for me. I know there are a lot of anime fans out there, and you're probably eager to recommend some characters. Drop your suggestions in the comments, along with any anime shows you think are worth checking out. And before you say Dragon Ball Z, yes, I love that show. Vegeta is my favorite character, and I hope to make a very big project based on him someday. Speaking of big, a huge shout out to Jo for sponsoring the channel with their filaments.